It's always great to be here and to have you with me. So thanks again for joining. The title of today's episode is The Choice is Yours. And this goes quite deep because it's all about making decisions. Are you good at making decisions? We're going to explore this today because in my experience, the ability to make good or great, quick decisions is actually vitally important to our well-being and to our level of success in life. Now, I was taught quite some time back when I was really exploring personal development back in my 20s that successful people make decisions quickly and change their minds slowly, and less successful people make their minds up and make decisions quite slowly and then change their minds quickly again. And this is really interesting because the key is that if you are in alignment with what's right for you, you instinctively know, and you can have the ability to make those decisions a lot swifter without second thoughts than if you're trying to ponder something that doesn't feel right to you. The problem is that most of us are just not taught this. In fact, unless you have a supportive environment when you're growing up, particularly obviously in your family situation, it can actually be drummed out of us in school and in society. And when children make choices, decisions that are out of alignment with their parents or away from the norm, it can actually be actively discouraged. And we have to ask ourselves, why? Why is this the case? I remember when I was a music teacher, when I was teaching at certain schools in London, where children just felt that they were not being heard or listened to by their parents, by their elders, by the teachers, for things that they really wanted to be doing. And it was almost like, having to ask permission to be themselves. And, societal or cultural pressures were just too much and would actually pigeonhole them into a box, which was really quite sad to see. And so, I had conversations with various children at the time about, the fact that it's their life, it's their choice. Obviously, respect your parents, respect your elders, but it's only your life. Only you can live it. So it's interesting that on some occasions and in certain instances that we're just not taught to trust ourselves. And when we start to question things that, we're being taught or told, it can be seen as a bad thing. So when it comes to making decisions, and particularly really important decisions, obviously we all make decisions and choices every single day of our lives, all day long. I'm talking more here about the big decisions in life, but sometimes they can come down to the small decisions because, for example, if you are wanting to follow a particular way of eating, a dietary kind of format that's much healthier than your peers or than your family, for example, then you're going to have to make different choices every single day compared to what you see your friends or family doing. And so the big decisions then filter down into the little decisions that you make every single day, as an idea. So, for example, many children are given career guidance at the age of usually 15 or 16 in the UK, certainly between the ages of 16 and 18. And quite often, this is totally off the mark. It's just a prescriptive kind of, plug and play, fill your answers in and see what the machine churns out as to what might be good for you in terms of a career. The sad fact is that they've actually not really had the opportunity to explore who they really are, what they're good at, or what they would actually like to do in life. I mean, some of us are very fortunate and we are able to find that during our school years. But because it's so prescriptive, it can be hard to know who you are and what you actually enjoy doing in life and what you could be good at in terms of a career. So many people end up in careers which are actually quite unfulfilling. Even if they're well paid, they just, it's lacks the enthusiasm or the spontaneity that comes with choosing, being able to go into something that you actually really enjoy and are good at. I was lucky. I was one of the lucky ones. I knew what I wanted to do, having gone around the houses a little bit when I was very young, wanting to be an artist and then a geologist because I loved rocks and gems. Finally into music. And I discovered my passion for music when I was about 11. It was something I was good at and something I really enjoyed and something which I was encouraged to do. I had a very good music department and amazing music teachers at my secondary school. And my parents were very supportive as well of me pursuing that. And I knew what I wanted to do. That was it. I wanted to be a musician. And even though I knew it wouldn't be easy, and I was even actively discouraged from pursuing that career because the prospects were not great, the money's not great, it's a tough industry to get into, etc. A lot of people thought it wouldn't be worthwhile. So it's interesting because I managed to just stick to my guns and fortunately realized that later on in life that actually that was from their own limitations and their own perspectives on life as to what was possible for me. But I'm very conscious that many people, like I say, many people don't have the support or opportunity or encouragement to pursue something which is wholeheartedly right for them. So in essence, what we need to do when we're making choices, when we're deciding what to do for the best in any area of our life, is to bring it back to ourselves, and what is most important to us as an individual, because your choices are yours, not anyone else's. Your choices are yours for life. So it's a pretty big deal, really. And therefore, it's much better to choose what you want rather than what you don't want that feels misaligned. And when you are able to make decisions and choose things which feel good to you, which come from the heart, where you're following your intuition, it's just, it's almost like you then are able to act in flow, even though something might be the hard yards and you need to stick at it. And you might have to put a lot of effort into what you want to pursue. It will produce results. And more often than not, those results will be successful. And if they're not, or you feel misaligned at any time, then you can always change your mind. You can always, make that decision and choose another path and follow something which feels more in alignment. Because let's face it, you have infinite options. You have infinite opportunities right in front of you right now. And the question is, which path are you going to choose? Are you going along the right path? Are you happy with what you're doing in any area of your life? Or if you're not happy, if you're not fulfilled, not satisfied, then is it time to make a different choice and to go more with your inner guidance and to tap back into what actually brings you alive? Because no doubt, if there's some area of your life that you'd like to change, you already have a lot of great experience in your life, and you have abilities and expertise that other people don't necessarily have and that you've come to realize. And all it's going to take is for you to become conscious of that you would like to change, have the intention of what you would like instead, choose it, and then take action. Sounds simple? It is. Quite frankly, it is. Because the most important thing is that you must trust yourself and trust your own inner guidance when it comes to best choices, and make the choices, make the decisions which are right for you. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is that following your heart is always the best course of action when it comes to these matters. If you can tap in to who you are, to what you want without listening to what everybody else is saying to you, trust it, follow that guidance, make those decisions, life will start to sort itself out and will support you in every way that it possibly can. That's been my experience. It's been what my experience has been working with multiple other people as well over the years, whether that was teaching children music many years ago, working with my property coaching clients, and working with my Freedom Club members. This is what I've witnessed time and time again. So I'm going to leave you with the thought, make great choices, and I'll see you on the next show.